What's up everybody, my name is Rosalie, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a yellow cut crease eye look. I think it's very fun and edgy to rock on a party. So if you want to know how I did that, please keep watching. First, I'm going to use the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer to prep my face. I'm just putting a little bit on the back of my hand and smooth it all over my face. Next, I'm going to use the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I'm dotting it on my blemishes and conceal anywhere that I feel like it needs to be brightened up. For example, my under eyes, around my nose, and the corners of my mouth. And then I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty blender. For my base, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hours Full Coverage Foundation. I'm putting 1.5 pump on the back of my hand. Then I'm using the same beauty blender starting from my forehead. I'm going to blend it all over my face. I usually like to use a dabbing motion just to make sure everything blended in smoothly. Also, just to prevent the foundation line, make sure you blend it into your hairline and your neck. To set my foundation, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Take a beauty blender and make sure it's damp and dip it into the powder. I'm going to apply a lot of it under my eyes and let that sit. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the powder with a big fluffy brush and dust it all over my face, avoiding the under eye area. Next up, I'm going to use the Newborn Eye Pen. In the color brown, I am going to use the side that looks like a liquid eyeliner. As usual, I'm going to draw my eyebrows. I'm going to draw a line at the bottom and another line on top and then connect the tails, and then I'm going to fill in the gaps. Next, I'm going to set my brows. I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow Brown Mascara. I'm brushing my brows into the direction of its natural growth, and for the front part, I'm just brushing the hair upwards to give it a defined look. Then I'm just brushing off the setting powder from under my eyes. Moving on to my eyes, I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. I'm using it as an eyeshadow base and sweep it all over my eyelids. This is going to make my yellow eyeshadow pop later on. For eyeshadow today, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. The first color I'm using is called Unity. It's a matte beige color. I'm sweeping it all over my eyelids as a base. Then I'm taking Parallel, which is a medium warm tone brown color. I'm applying it to the outer corner of my eye. Next, I'm taking Lure, which is a dusty rose pink color. Using a blending brush, I'm applying the color to the crease and bring it all the way to the front. Going back to the shade Parallel, I'm using a tiny pencil brush. I'm applying the color right into my crease. So if you have hooded eyes like me and you can't find your crease area, you can use your makeup brush and push your eyelids a little bit and you will feel where your eye socket is, and that's where you want to put the color. Next step, we're going to cut the crease. I'm taking the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer and put a little bit on the back of my hand. Then I'm going to use a small flat brush and apply the concealer to my eyelid. I start to apply at the middle of my eyelid and slowly work my way up. I'm using the edge of my brush to create a sharp line along the crease area. Then I'm going to use this NYX eyeshadow in the color Cougar, which is a bright yellow shade. Spray my eyeshadow brush with a little bit of setting spray. I'm layering the color on top of the concealed area on my lids. Going back to the ABH palette, I'm taking the color Sphere, which is a lighter yellow shade. With a smaller eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna pop the color on my inner corner. Next, I'm using the Pure palette in the color Dreads, which is a darker brown color. Using a small pencil brush, I'm applying the color into the crease line to intensify the look. Then I'm going back to the ABH palette and take the shade Obsidian, which is a matte black color. I'm focusing the color on the outer third of my crease line and create a wing. Then taking a black eyeliner, I'm going to line my upper lash line. Starting from the middle, I'm going to work my way out. Slowly build up the eyeliner with small strokes and wing it towards the eyeshadow we just applied earlier. Next step, I'm going to use the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner in the color yellow. Another step, you have to be very steady and careful. I'm going to line above my black eyeliner. Again, I'm using small strokes. I'm lining the outer half of my eye. I'm also creating a curve on my inner crease area, which is in between the yellow and the brown eyeshadow. The line is going to stop at the 2/3 of my eye, and then I'm going to finish off with 3 dots. Then I'm going back to the shade Parallel and applying it to my lower lash line. To mirror my upper lid, I'm using the yellow eyeshadow in Cougar again to blend out the brown. Then I'm going to use Fairy from the ABH palette and use it as an inner corner highlight. Next step, I'm going to apply some falsies. I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. What I usually like to do is to match up the middle part of the false eyelashes to my lash line. Then I'm going to use a tweezer to push in the 2 ends. And then I use my fingers to squeeze my real and false lashes together. Then I like to go over the lash band with a black eyeliner just to make sure there's no gap. For my face, I'm using the BH Cosmetic Contour and Blush palette. I'm taking the deep contour shade and applying it to the hollows of my cheekbones. Also, I'm bringing it down to my jawline to give it a more defined look. Using a smaller brush, I'm contouring my nose with the same shade. Because I'm skipping the blush today, I'm going to take the Benefit Hoola bronzer to warm up my face even more. I'm just using an angled face brush to bring the bronzer around my forehead and my cheekbones. For a highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora palette in the color Eclipse. Using a fan brush, I'm applying the color on top of my cheekbones and a little bit on my chin and on my cupid's bow. Then with a smaller brush, I'm applying the color to my nose bridge and the tip of my nose. For the lips, I'm using the Revlon HD Matte in the shade Seduction. It's a beautiful rose nude color. Lastly, I'm going to set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray to make sure my makeup doesn't move around for the whole day. Alright guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please thumbs up and share with your friends. Subscribe to my channel. I upload every single Friday. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!